So today we're going to be covering bodily injury coverage on an auto policy here in the state of Georgia. What is it, how it works, what it does. Good morning, everybody. Stephen with the Stephen Turner Agency here. Just wanted to do a quick, recap or summary over our new blog post and just try to help out and really break down just pieces of insurance and these different coverages that you have on your policies and try to just put them into more layman's terms and real world examples to try to make it more understandable so you can know what you have and really evaluate and see if it's the best fit for you and your family, just to make sure that you guys have the right coverage. That's really the most important thing to us here. And so today we're going to be covering bodily injury coverage on an auto policy here in the state of Georgia. What is it, how it works, what it does. So bodily injury is the coverage limit or the coverage item on your policy that pays out to the other party when you are the at-fault person in an accident, when you cause an accident. The bodily injury will pay out for multiple different types of items, such as the medical expenses that the other party may incur, going to the ER, getting stitches, a cast, x-rays, whatever else that may be, through the follow-up process as well. If there's physical therapy that's going to take, or any extra equipment, wheelchair, crutches, anything like that they may need, that's what the bodily injury protection number one is going to take care of. And then you also have things that some people may not think of. If it's a bad enough accident where that person can't go back to work, then they have lost wages. They've got the pain and suffering that they will absolutely claim. And like I mentioned, any future medical costs that go along with that. So if they have physical rehabilitation, ongoing care, things like that, that can all be added into that claim. So it's really, really important that you make sure you have the right coverage, because number one, those medical expenses go up very quickly. My wife is a nurse, and I know that those doctor bills will add up very, very quickly, and that's the number one item that typically exhausts the bodily injury protection limit on a policy. So now that you know a couple of things that bodily injury protection will actually pay out for, and why it would pay out, in the event that you cause an accident, what do the numbers actually mean on your policy? So you may see something like 25/50, 50/100, 100/300, maybe even 250/500. So those two numbers there, the first one represents how much your policy will pay out per person in the event of an accident. So if you have 25/50, your policy would pay out up to $25,000 per person in the other vehicle. And then the second number is the per claim limit for that policy, or your policy limit. So again, in the example 25/50, then the $50,000 would be the max that bodily injury would pay out for in that claim if there were multiple people in the other vehicle that you struck. Now, what some people get upset about or don't understand is, well, what if I hit another vehicle and there's only one person in that vehicle? Then your bodily injury coverage is only going to pay out that up to $25,000 in this example. So even if you have that aggregate limit or per claim limit of up to $50,000 per claim, the per person limit will apply. And so if you hit somebody and they claim $40,000 in overall expenses between medical expenses, lost wages, follow-on care, etc., then you are sitting at a liability of $15,000. Your policy will pay the first $25,000, and then they could potentially come at you, and most likely would in today's society, and file a lawsuit for the remaining $15,000, in addition to legal fees and everything else. So no policy with the split limit, the 25, 50, 50, 100, whatever, will pay over the per person limit for a claim, even if that $40,000 fits in the full $50,000 claim limit. If there's only one person in another vehicle, it's only paying out up to $25,000. So please know that We have that happen all the time, or we see it all the time, and it's just really sad that one bad day could really put you in some financial turmoil. So it's just really, really critical again to know what you have. I always encourage you, look up your current insurance policies, pull out the declaration pages, look it up on your mobile app or on your online account, whatever you do normally, and look at these coverage limits. We're going to be going through more and more as each week goes on. I'm going to keep breaking up each individual piece, but as I go through these, I highly encourage you, pull out your insurance policy, whatever method that may be, and look at these limits and really start taking a look at what you guys have and seeing if that's something that you, number one, feel comfortable with. Number two, if you even knew about it, or if that's just what the agent had put down for you, and you just went with it because of price. There's so many different intricacies with insurance that we all want the best price, but you have to make sure you have the best price for the right coverage for you and your family. Because again, one bad day can financially cripple an entire household, and it's unfortunate, but I've seen it, and I do this 50 plus hours a week, so this is something that I deal with day in, day out. Claim situations, making sure we actually take a little bit of extra time to discuss the needs for your family specifically. We don't do the cookie cutter policy stuff. We like to make sure that every single policy, we have that thorough conversation. It does take just a couple of extra minutes on the front end to give you that peace of mind on the back end that, God forbid, that one bad day, when it comes up, not if, but when it comes up, that you already know, hey, we have the right coverage. Let me call Steven, let me call my agent, and let's get this taken care of. And you can have that confidence that you're not going to have to fight your insurance company to try and get everything taken care of, and you can focus on what's important, and that's you and your family. The last thing I'll leave you on this bodily injury coverage note is the state minimum here in Georgia is the 2550. So 25,000 per person, 50,000 per occurrence. That again, state minimum. When you really think about it and break that down, $25,000 in medical bills, that gets eaten up pretty quickly. That could be gone in one ER visit, depending on the severity. So just really look at what you have, assess the coverage you have, look at your assets, everything that you own, because I don't want that one bad day to come up for you to where you have an accident and then you now have a lawsuit pending against you, and then you get judgments or liens placed against your home and any of your other property to try to settle that lawsuit or that judgment. So hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful rest of your week. Like I said, we'll continue to keep posting these on a more regular basis, and you can also check out our blog at our website. If you're not currently watching it from this YouTube video will be included in the blog as well to try and summarize it, but you can also get some really great information from the blog post as well. So please feel free to visit www.sturneragency.com/blog, and you can see it there. And feel free to, if you just have any questions at all, I'm more than willing to just help out, provide any advice or guidance that I can with what I do here day in and day out. So please feel free to reach out, 678-719-0678. Feel free to shoot me an email, Stephen, Stephen, at StephenTurnerAgency.com, and or find us on any of the socials. So